I'm Hadley Hall here with Morgan Smith, the Wendy's girl, she likes to say. And we're having the opportunity to talk with you about just why you're here right now and why are you here?
Well, I was very flattered when John Hunt and the Coleman City Parks and Recreation reached out to me about coming down and for the Missoula Theater Company, Children's Theater Company production of Rapunzel, and to talk to the kids that are participating, because I participated for 3 years, and really the experience meant a lot to me, and I really drew from it personally, and it kind of sparked my desire to kind of pursue the arts a bit more, and I've been able to turn it into a career. So it felt like a good opportunity to come back and show some support, and then to be able to chat up these kids about their experience and kind of where they want to go.
Right. And when we were in there, they had so much enthusiasm. They loved you, of course.
They're so sweet. They're adorable. Those little pixies. They're so tiny and cute.
Tell me more about, we were talking earlier about how you're just from Coleman roots, but tell me more about Coleman High School roots.
Okay. Well, go Bearcats, first of all. And it's funny, I was a Cats 55 anchor. That's what we were calling it back in the day. So I was an anchor and out in the field reporting and loved that experience. But I loved going to Coleman High School. I was an SGA officer and, tried to be as involved in campus activities as possible. I was on the dance line, and so I was at all those football games, and I was in the symphonic band, and then my senior year, my best friend Ben Miller and I, we were Mr. and Miss CHS, so that was fun. Yeah, I loved my time there. It was great. It's such a great school. I love that it's a little smaller, so everyone kind of knew everybody, and we were all good buddies, and yeah, I kind of miss it. I'd like to go back.
You sound like a jack of all trades.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that. Maybe I was spread a little too thin. I don't know.
Well, actually, I was talking to some of my teachers about you the other day, and Miss Putman, do you know Miss Putman? Yeah. She just loves you. She just adores you, and she always used to say that you were the fastest walker down the hallways, just determined to go everywhere.
Hi, Miss Putman.
She meant it in a good way, I promise.
No, I probably was. It's actually a problem. I walk too fast. I do it in the city too. I'm married now, and my husband's always like, "Okay, we're not running late, and we're not in a hurry to get anywhere." Maybe I'll just call it like determination and focus. That'll be my excuse.
What do you miss most about Coleman High School?
Kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier. I miss and so value the sense of community that permeates this town and that school. It's such a supportive and encouraging environment. And I think that's also why it never occurred to me that I was going to fail at pursuing anything, because I grew up in a town where there's always been support, and people have always shown up for you, and then you do the same for them. So there's such a natural give and take, and I think that's why I am who I am today. Yeah, I love it. I miss it.
So tell us more about your experience just getting into the show business.
Yeah, so I grew up dancing. I studied classical ballet here, actually, with Elaine Willingham. And then I would always just kind of sing and dance around the house, but I was a little more quiet in public. And I started doing youth musicals at church, or the children's choir. And then I did this Missoula children's theater production, and it was Snow White the first time I did it. I was in 5th or 6th grade, and it was my first time doing a big production, and learning the lines and playing a character, and it really whet my palate. I was like, I gotta do this more. So I started taking voice lessons. I joined this musical theater workshop, and then this performing ensemble, and it just kind of snowballed from there. So that's my story.
That's your story. Well, tell me about New York. How do you like New York?
Oh, I love it. I can't imagine living anywhere else. I've been there for 4 years, and I love coming home and visiting home, because it's such a change of pace, and it's nice to slow down, and it's so nice to hear a southern drawl and to have some sweet tea. But I love it. There's so much culture and diversity, and the energy there is I don't know, palpable. It's like you feel it. It's the city that never sleeps. It really doesn't.
What are some things that you would like to say to the people at home, just to maybe inspire or anything like that?
I think just to go for it. Pursue your dreams, whatever they may be. Like I was telling these children earlier, yeah, you can do anything you put your mind to. You really can. And I think I'm a testament to that. It takes, a lot of hard work and determination, but yeah, it pays off in the end.
Well, thank